Alright, what's going on, Forgotten Nation? I'm your host, FG, and I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited for this one. So earlier this week, the Wii Shop Channel had some unfortunate ends. It's not to say that it's down for good yet, you just can't add any points to it. But one of the series that came out of the Wii Shop first, that is actually one of my favorite, I could say, of all time, is known as the Bit.TRIP Saga. I said it for a second there. But anyways, the Bit.TRIP Saga consists of 6 games in the series, and each one is a take on both music, and it tells a simultaneous story all the way through. And so to celebrate the series, as well as the closure of the Wii Shop Channel, we are going to revisit the Bit.TRIP series and play through all the games to their completion. Now, one thing to point out is that the Bit.TRIP series is not known for its easiness. In fact, some of the games are pretty hard. Bit.TRIP Beat here, for example, we may be struggling a bit on the later levels. I can't say how many times I've struggled with the second stage, Descent. But anyways, this is the start of it all. As I mentioned before, there is a story to these games, and Bit.TRIP Beat is the beginning, so therefore, this game symbolizes birth. What do I mean by that? The only way to find out is through the game itself. Now, before we hop right in, I do want to mention, this isn't positive yet, but I may be doing a giveaway. So recently I've been collecting vinyl albums, and as a part of the one I got for the Bit.TRIP Saga, it actually came with a code that consists of all the games in the series for Steam. So if you guys want in on this, and that's all 6 of the games, plus the sequel to Runner, Runner 2, which is a great game, by the way. We're not going to cover it this time, but maybe in the future, especially with Runner 3 coming out soon. Be sure to watch the content and comment on every video. And if you guys continue to watch, you may get in on the action, because this series is worth trying out. But anyways, Bit.TRIP Beat. If any of you have ever seen or played Pong, this is going to be nothing new to you guys. The idea, of course, is to have the Pong paddle hit the beats as it goes on. If you miss... I can't say it. If you miss any beats, then you will start to get your score lower, as well as a health bar. What I mean by that, the thing that's so great about Bit.TRIP is that the better you do, the better the music becomes. But the worse you do, you enter a phase called Nether, and that's going to look and sound just like Pong. Should you miss any more beats, there is the possibility of scoring game over. Should you get game over, you have to restart the stage from the beginning. And these are no easy stages. Each stage alone is 15 minutes long. And that counts for mostly the stream itself. So hopefully everything should go good on my end. And we shouldn't have to restart too many times. Because by the end of the stream, I do want to complete the game itself. And once we finish this game, next time on FgPlays, we will go to the next game in the series, consisting of all 6 games in the series. But anyways, so as we continue to play this game, the most important thing to remember is that this is a musical journey. And for that reason, I'm not going to be having any verbal dialogue during the gameplay whatsoever. It will only be the game itself, along with the alert box should there be any subscribers, donators, or whatnot. I will be reading off comments and all that at the end of a stage, or should I hit game over? With that in mind, I think we're ready. So, are you guys ready to come with me on a Bit.TRIP? Well, let's begin. I'm excited about this, guys. So let's do it. Alright, and that's the first stage of the game. Now, a bit of a reflection. So, Commander Video has been concepted. He is now in conception. However, he is not properly born yet. And thus we are on a journey of enlightenment as we proceed forward to birth. And the idea here is that as we continue forward, Commander Video is essentially growing, but not completely yet. This is the steps to become human, in a sense. In some ways, you could compare this to a sperm trying to get to the egg to become a baby. It's not there yet, but it's happening. Anyways, I actually did a lot better on this stage than I thought. I was able to hold on to Mega for quite a while, and then I did lose it about halfway through, but not once did we actually get into Nether yet. And I consider that a personal achievement, because the first time I played this around, I did get into Nether a couple of times. So that was pretty good. The comments on the video are a bit on the quiet side, so nothing too much yet. Do remember that there may be a giveaway, and that if you want to be a part of it, you do need to comment. But anyways, I think that's it for the first stage of the game. And while I'm at it, in case there's any new subscribers or donators, I did forget to open Twitch Labs. Or whatever the name of it, I forget what they changed it to. Streamlabs. So I'm going to open that real fast, just to make sure we didn't miss anything important. Because usually I do have that open, but this time around I did forget. I don't think we're missing anything too important, though. And one thing I did forget to mention, the best way to enjoy this game is a pair of headsets. I don't usually wear them on stream, but this time around, you're going to want to have a pair of headsets for the music. It's that good of a game. But anyways, it doesn't look like anything yet. Nothing new. So with that in mind, I think I'm going to go back to the game. And of course I'm getting a phone call at the worst time. With that in mind, we're going to take a pause real fast. On a live stream, anything can happen. But anyways, guys, sorry about that. We're going to go straight to the next level of the game. And I think it's time Commander Video took his first step into this world. Alright, that was getting intense in the end. So, some reflection. Commander Video tried to take his first step, but didn't seem to nail it on the first try. As we continue our journey through enlightenment, we came across this fiery planet, and for you guys, it's one heck of an eye trip. Me, because I'm trying to focus on all the beats coming by, it could get pretty intense on my side. There were some moments where I was especially struggling, but once again, a crowning achievement on my end. Not a single moment in Nether. For me, this is a big deal. Ah, jeez. But anyways, we continued further to the second boss of the game, which was a lot like another game. For those that don't know the game, it's definitely Breakout. Now, that's going to be something interesting when I cover it in the future, because I've never been very good at Breakout. Especially when it comes to Arkanoid. Ugh. But anyways, as we continue further, Commander Video is approaching the end. Because that's already stage 2 out of 3. There's only 3 stages in this game, which is a bit on the short side, I know. But the Bit.Trip is a Bit.Trip, really. All things have to come to an end, and we can't wait too long. After all, Commander Video's gotta be born. So anyways, this was actually one of the harder levels for me when I was playing this for the first time, but that's nothing compared to my favorite level in the game, the next one. So anyways, what comes next? Well, let's just say Commander Video's missing something right now, and he's gonna need it if he wants to ascend further into birth. So what's he missing? Well, of course, that's the one thing that all living beings have besides a heart. That's the ability to think. So let's see what happens with Commander Video in the next part. Well, I just got my ass handed to me in one of the hardest games of Pong I've ever faced. It was the end of the game, too. As a matter of fact, I was going for achievement 2, to complete the whole game in a single sitting. On top of that, almost not get nether at all. I was afraid of that happening. Well, I got my ass handed to me in a game of Pong. A cheap game at that. But anyways, this is why the streams are an hour and a half. We're going to give this another go, because we do need to see this to the end if we want to continue our series playthrough. But wow! Pong! One of the first games, one of the most conceptual games, and I got my ass handed to me in it. Wow! Well, only one thing to do, and that's to give it another go. Because I did make it to the end, I am going to keep the microphone and the webcam on. So, let's just do this again. And that was really good, the last one. There were some moments where I was really struggling, though. But I got lucky because I was always so close to getting to the next upgrade. Haha, I still can't believe I got my ass handed to me in Pong. And now you guys know, if you lose Pong, you can lose the game. I thought it ended at 10, not 15. And that was the last step of the journey, too. Honestly, I thought I was gonna lose with the second round of the game, not the third. See, when you're playing Bit.TRIP Beat, there's a lot going on in the background, but you're so focused on the beats that you don't get to see it. Because the background is just as important to the story as the games themselves. As you saw as I was playing this, it was actually developing a human brain, and the brain was actually seeing things in the world. I remember seeing a spider, some trees, a train, and a part of that is the growth and conception of Commander Video himself. And then the end there, you saw there was that pixelated plus sign. That's the heart of Commander Video. And that's going to be an essential part of the next game, as well as Bit.TRIP Faith, the 5th game in the series. But I still can't believe it. I was so close to winning, and I lost to a game of Pong. Pong! Not to mention this part here I always struggle with. It's something about the constellations that they changed up that I mess up. Ah, jeez. I gotta focus on the game. I do hope though that for those that are watching, they are enjoying this though. I was debating originally if I should keep my voice in or have just the game itself, because I do think that one of the biggest parts of the Bit.TRIP series is the music, and the fact that as you play, you create the music. That's why when I listen back to the soundtracks of the game, it's never the same, because the game itself builds onto the soundtrack. If that makes sense. I still can't believe that happened. And other things you play, I do think being in Hyper is easier than Mega. Mega is a step up above this. That's when you see things go crazy like it is right now. Hyper is the middle lane. It's just before you're in the Nether, but just before you're in the Mega mode. I'm so focused on the game that I can't even speak. Anyways, because there's not too much happening in Hyper mode, you're able to focus on the beats themselves instead of all the stuff that's going on with the screen. And Mega is the first upgrade of the game, and it's the only one that appears in this one. In Bit.TRIP Core, we are going to be introduced to Super, and then with Void, we're going to be introduced to, I believe it's Ultra, and then Bit.TRIP Runner's Extra. And then we get to Fate, it's Meta. Actually, no, it's Giga, and then for Flukes, it's Meta. So for each game, they do add a new mode on top of it. And with each mode, the instruments change, the music changes, and let's just say everything goes crazy. And if I'm afraid of any game, it's probably Bit.TRIP Core, because that is the hardest game in the series. And remember, if you die, you start from the beginning like I did here. So for Bit.TRIP Core, it's going to be interesting. But then again, I have had trouble with other games such as Bit.TRIP Fate and Bit.TRIP Void. So anything can happen. When I first played this, it actually wasn't on the Wii Shop Channel. It was actually from the compilation series that they released. There's 2 compilations, 3 if you count the ports to, oh geez, the PlayStation. There's Bit.TRIP Complete, and there's Bit.TRIP Saga. I played Bit.TRIP Saga. It's a 3D port for the 3DS. It's not so much the 3D, it's the fact that it's portable on the 3DS. And it's for that I really do want to see the Bit.TRIP Saga come to the Nintendo Switch. Especially with Runner 3 and whatnot. But anyways, it was there, Bit.TRIP Saga, that I played Bit.TRIP Beat for the first time. Stumbling on words, And the thing about that version is that you're not playing with a mouse, you're not playing with the Wiimotes, you're playing with a stylus. So to use a pen, essentially, to play this game, I feel like it's much easier to point out where you're putting the bar. Now, I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised. The stream's on the quiet side tonight. Alright, challenge. And this is the last stage, so essentially it's supposed to be fast. But sometimes too fast is a problem. But luckily I can handle it moderately fine. It's these that I struggle with, as you saw before. There we go. Alright. Let's rebound. Eventually, once you get so used to the game, you don't even focus on your bar no more. You're focusing on what's ahead. But I do tend to focus on the bar a little bit. There are some moments where I don't focus on it, but there are moments where you have to. Jeez. Can we get in the Mega? Okay. Oh, no. There we go. Luckily, though, for Bit.TRIP Beat, it is easy to rebound off another. So that is a good thing, because that's at least one fair point the game has that you could easily rebound. But when it does get hard, you do find yourself getting another quite a bit. I was extremely lucky to do good the first 2 rounds and not to get to nether a single time. And I almost did here too, had it not been for 1 point and the ending itself. To think I lost to Pong! Pong! And I thought I was bad at breakouts. Oh, jeez. The sad thing is, for the Bit.TRIP series, it wouldn't be till Void that they actually have a continue system of sorts. So, for these first 2 games, it's really a free-for-all. So, unless you're doing good, oh, jeez. You're gonna have a rough time. nether a lot this round. Part of it may be me talking, but... And also, one more thing I really did forget to mention earlier on. Every time I pause the game, that's because I'm accidentally clicking the mouse. The default keybind for this game to pause is the right click, which isn't a bad thing. Say moments like this where you just want to take a break, you're taking a breather, but if you're trying to go excessively like I was and you accidentally push it, that does become a problem. Especially, look where the mouse is right now. That's the restart button. You click that, you start the stage all the way from the beginning. So if you click on accident, you're going all the way to the beginning of the stage. So that can be pretty nerve-wrenching if you're not paying attention. But we're doing pretty good right now. There's only a couple of phases left till we get back to that Pong phase. And hopefully we should be ready. Because I don't know how much more of this I could take, to be honest. But anyways, 3, 2, 1, let's get back into it. But I do want to apologize for accidentally pausing during the earlier segments. So there's that spider from before. I give props to whoever plays this game and is able to get it perfect on it. Because getting it perfect is no easy task at all, but people have done it. Okay, we need to get back into the Mega phase. Oh. Come on, this ain't good. Once we see that heart, we are in for a bad time for still within the Hyper phase. Because it's one thing if you don't win at Pong, but if your meter goes down and you do lose in Nether, it is still game over. So at that point, it's like a handicap on your score. Just gotta keep Mega. Okay, there's the core heart. Okay, it's time to fight for the heart again. We can do this. Do not go past 15. We got a brain, now we need a heart. Rematch of the ages. Ah! The problem is that it goes so fast. Yes! Okay, okay. 14 more to go. Whoa! Defending it. Yes! Okay, okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. Ah! Come on. Yes! Truth is, I had never been very good at Pong. But right now, okay, we're at the double phase. We're doing good right now. Okay, awesome. And truth, part of it is that we're getting pretty lucky. Okay, okay. We're almost halfway there. And now we are halfway there. This is going much better compared to last time. Ah! But I really did want that achievement for a single setting. Not an easy thing, especially considering what I just did before. I made it all the way to the final boss and lost in a game of Pong. Okay. One more, and then it goes to the mini phase. And the mini phase is probably the worst phase. Okay, here we go. And one more thing I want to mention here that I may mention later on. Pay attention to all the colors that are on the screen right now. At least the ones on the playing field anyways. All these colors mean something in the long term in the game. And that's because these are the core colors that make up the series and Commander Video himself. And these are the colors that he will don later on in the later games. Especially Bit.TRIP Runner, which makes up his, as they call it in the sequel, his cape. Alright, but this is actually getting pretty nerve-wracking right now. Okay, 2 more to go. 2 more to go. This is gonna go. Okay, one more, we can do this. Ah! Like it's no problem at all for this guy. Okay. Let's end it! Let's end it! No! Ah! Okay. That's it, we did it, that's the end. Blow up! Alright, now we're talking. Oh, enlightenment. We have reached enlightenment. The fact that I lost it the first time, this just made up for that. Jeez. Anyways, that is the final level of Bit.TRIP Beat, which means we've just completed the game and are ready to continue to the next one. But of course, what's going on with Commander Video? Now that we've acquired some intelligence, we're able to think for ourselves, and we've just come into acceptance of our core, our hearts. I believe this means Commander Video is ready to enter the world. So let's just see what's gonna happen real fast. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Bit.TRIP Beat, the first game out of 6 games in the Bit.TRIP Saga. Thank you so much for watching, and tune in next time on the next FgPlays, where we'll continue the series with Bit.TRIP Core. And honestly, I think Bit.TRIP Core has some of my favorite music within the levels themselves. But this has been one heck of a playthrough. Never have I done in a single setting managed to get through some of the stages without entering Nether at all. Especially with the mouse, I'm used to the stylus. So to do with the mouse, this is pretty astonishing to me. Now, every game in the series has a different composer. For Bit.TRIP Beat, this is done by a person named BitShifter. And his music is pretty good. The main themes are Move to Intercept, and right now we're hearing the Information Chase. But as far as the game itself, he also composed the other pieces. So this is pretty cool. BitShifter, well done. And this ain't the last we'll see the BitShifter. He actually does one more game in the series. That's for a later time. So with that in mind, I think we're finished here with Bit.TRIP Beat. Or are we? Because we are playing the Steam version. And as a bonus, there is one more level that exists in only this version. So after the credits, we will check it out. But back to reflection for one last time, Commander Video has taken his first step, and I think he's ready to enter the real world. So, what comes next? Well, after birth is growth. So I'll have to wait and see what comes to Commander Video next. But we got one more cutscene. With that in mind, Commander Video is born. Alright, so as I mentioned before, we have one more stage as a bonus because this is the PC version. This is called Test. Now, I don't want to throw any surprises just yet, but this is a game made by Valve. And let's just say it's one of my favorite games to have played on Steam. I want to say... let's say this decade. So, let's go straight into it. I will keep the webcam and the microphone on for this one, because this is essentially a bonus stage.
You are only human.
This is Portal. To be more specific, this is actually a bit more Portal 2 than the first Portal. But, they made a stage with music based on the Portal series. That's pretty cool. And for it being exclusive only on Steam, I'm a little surprised. As a matter of fact, this is actually the hardest level in the game. Alright. And even the theme itself is all phased out to Portal itself. Our bar looks like it's a portal gun. All the colors are based on Portal itself. We got the blue and orange. And we have this awesome theme of GLaDOS in the background. It's not looking too good right now. The thing with this stage is that there is no Mega Phase. Only Hyper. Right. And it is only one phase, but it is pretty long at that. Alright, it's getting crazy. Once again, props to anyone that's able to beat this perfectly, because this stage is already hard. Oh jeez. Come on. Oh, GLaDOS is going on a rampage. Come on, bring me back. Okay, we did it. And there's the Aperture Science logo. And that is the end of the bonus stage for the Steam version of Bit.TRIP Beats. And with that in mind, we ended right on time. Hour and a half. This is the end of our playthrough. So as I mentioned before, join me next time as we play Bit.TRIP Core. And for those that stayed all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And for those that are going to continue to watch the series, remember, we are still doing the giveaway. So, if you didn't watch just during the stream, be sure to comment still, because you still could have a chance in on the giveaway. But anyways, I think that's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. And of course, I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, later guys. And also, happy spring break. It's been one heck of a spring break here.